Tommy Hilfiger was everywhere in the 90s, on Snoop Dogg, Britney Spears, and many more. Not that I cared. This may surprise you, but I've never really been into fashion. Now though, they're getting into MySpace, gaming, oh! And you guys know I love looking at some, oh, well, this is different. We have seen some crap from major brands before. I mean, normally it's fine, just a little too expensive. But this steaming pile of sweatshop garbage isn't just bad. Our labs team tested it out, and the marketing for this is filled with actual lies and deceit so egregious that it may actually be illegal. This is my first time touching it though. I don't even know how much this pile of trash cost me.
You wanna guess?
$100.
150.
150, is that real dollars?
Yes, US.
This isn't the first time that Tommy Hilfiger has gotten into selling tech. They actually currently sell Bluetooth speakers and headphones, as well as a battery bank. But this is their first foray into the gaming space. What's different this time is the level of effort. We don't have Tommy's previous headphones here to comment on their sound quality, but it's easy to tell from the photos that they achieve at least the bare minimum. They look like they were made by Tommy Hilfiger. The gaming set? Well, oh man, it uses which one is this? The ISO layout enter key? That's the worst one, conveniently positioned for your sixth finger that happens to be a little bit longer than your pinky. They can't even manage to make it look anything other than cheap and horrible. The really wild part is you've seen what these guys do in their fashion photography, and yet no amount of Photoshop could make this look like anything but garbage. Oh my God, what are these specs? 95% acrylonitrile butadiene styrene? How is that the very top of your key talking points?
It's also just ABS plastic. It's used in literally everything.
I didn't even think about what ABS even stood for. But why would you type that? The mouse is 90% ABS and 10% metal. I better not find anything other than ABS or metal in that mouse. What metal? Headset, 10% sponge. Why is this the very top of the product page? Okay, I'm sorry. Keyboard features, easy clean, waterproof and dustproof. You don't say.
It says waterproof?
It does. Care. Spot clean. Will do, Thomas. Oh my God. Alex, look. This isn't just your regular old keyboard mouse headset. This is imported.
Yes.
They've got a lot more specs actually on the box than they do on the website. The gaming headset supposedly offers immersive surround sound. It is PS Vita compatible? Why would you mention the PS Vita? And the Nintendo 3DS? Wait, is this thing new? This came out in December, and yet every mention of a supported console is at least 5 years old. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna start looking at this stuff now. I found the metal in the mouse. Metal? Is this a removable weight system that needs actual screws?
You're getting ahead of yourself. There is a removable weight, but not that.
That's not the removable weight.
You're not supposed to be taking it apart this early.
Wait, I'm not allowed to take it apart yet?
Just experience it.
Okay, I'll take it apart later. It's really heavy for a modern gaming mouse. It does have really mushy back and forward buttons. The back button has a significantly longer travel. Wait, is this from us?
I doubt it.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's any screws under there, so I don't think that's actually from us. And only the finest large connector wire. I mean, who needs to plug anything into the next USB port over, right? That's why you have dedicated USB ports on the front of your computer for your mouse. Oh, I mean, it works. Hey, that looks pretty cool. Backlight 4 recurrent colors. Does it just cycle between 4 colors? Is there a way to change it? No, this is actually like a decent RGB controller in here. Well, that's one thing that's good about it. Can you change the RGB things? Oh. Oh no. I didn't see a software download. Is there any way to actually control the RGB?
That's a feature, Linus. No driver needed. No driver needed at all, nothing.
Does it have any indication of what DPI you're running at, perhaps? Do these change DPI? I think they do.
Why are you hitting it a bunch of times?
Because I want to be able to tell, but the range is only from 1200 to 3200. So that's not nearly as wide as you might expect on a modern gaming mouse. I'm pretty sure that the DPI adjust buttons are in fact here and here, but I guess there's no way to reprogram any of these. You better be happy with back, forward, DPI up and down, and left and right click. The RGB effect does look really cool though. Give credit where it's due. I mean, that's all that matters to gamers, right? I guess in order to go to the website, I'm gonna need this keyboard. I don't think this weighs much more than the mouse does. Uh-oh. Wow. I don't recall the last time I saw a keyboard that felt this generic and cheap. Honestly though, you've been able to get like much better keyboards for 30 bucks, 20 bucks on Amazon for years. Is this a placeholder for where the num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock lights are supposed to go? They didn't even finish putting the legend on it. This is the most OEM we changed almost nothing thing I think I've ever seen. Tommy clearly had nothing to do with this whatsoever. And that's not a compliment. That's an indicator that he's just completely checked out of whatever products bear his name. Good quality silkscreen here, but unfortunately my X key is a reflection of my current mood having spent 150 bucks for this. It's permanently depressed. Can I get a rim shot, editor, please, for that? Hello? Is that bad boy gonna pop back up? Hey, there we go, we got it. Nice. Has a dedicated lighting key though. I have high hopes for the RGB. The effort level is so low. Not only could they not do their own mold for the USB port housing, they couldn't even use the same one on both products. So like what? You couldn't find a cheap Chinese peripheral OEM to make both of them? You had to find two different ones and then package them together? Clearly quality wasn't the main concern, Alex, so why not?
If you want to know, they are both from Instant Microelectronics.
They're both from Instant Micro.
Yeah, from the same factory.
So they couldn't even order enough to have them change the housing to be the same. Why do I have to try so hard? Do you know how hard we work to differentiate LTT store products to make them truly awesome? If all I have to do is just slap my name on garbage and I can become a billionaire, like why don't I do it? How much is he worth anyway? Oh no! It's the kind of RGB lighting with static red, green, and blue LEDs. They don't actually change. I was pleasantly surprised by the excellent color mixing on the multiple LEDs inside the mouse. This, not so much. This appears to be a light diffuser pattern in the mold so that these lights won't be too bright. They just didn't put the legend over top of it. Figure gaming. Oh, I hate this keyboard. And I want to make this abundantly clear. I am not shaming anyone who can't afford a better keyboard. That's fine. But if you had the money and you bought this anyway, I don't know what to tell you. You're an NPC, yes. I mean, I'm sorry. This is facts. A rainbow backlight keyboard. I mean, technically, yes. A mouse with 7-button design. I mean, yes. And a comfortable headset with omnidirectional speaker sound. What the f does that even mean? That sounds like whoever did the merchandising for this page heard a word once in an audio context and kind of went, ooh, that sounds cool. I promise you that these are regular old drivers like any other driver, and they fire in one direction because they've got that one thing. They definitely don't know they're beautiful. No acknowledgement, nothing.
Sorry, I was looking up what omnidirectional means. So that means that the speaker is not beaming, which, given the performance of the highs, they might actually be correct.
When I hear omnidirectional speaker, what I expect is a speaker array that has balanced output in all directions. That's what I would imagine omnidirectional speaker means.
Does it say on this at all what the driver size is?
Oh, maybe. But it does say that the headphones are 7.3 inches in length. When you have to start resorting to the length, width, and height of your headphones to fill out a spec sheet that contains your headphones, your mouse, and your keyboard, you know that you are scraping the absolute bottom of the barrel. But you can look cool doing it. Oh my God, you're right, Brandon. How cool am I right now? Regifle, you not. I only wear the finest brands. These may be the cheapest drivers that I have ever put on my head. Listen to this, Brandon. Hold on. I have to put this onto the mic so that I can show you what I'm hearing right now. But that is the difference in air pressure from kind of pushing the drivers onto your head, kind of, mushing the pads a little bit, causing the driver inside, the membrane, to just collapse and then pop back out. Let's get our three amigos here. Which one's Curly, which one's Larry, and which one's Mo? Let us know in the comments.
I've just been doing some math on the whole omnidirectional thing because it bothered me.
Oh.
Somewhere around 11,000 hertz, if their driver size is correct, it will start beaming and not be omnidirectional.
Oh, so basically they're just admitting the performance. All right, I'm gaming, boys. Wait, I need to plug in the USB port and the 3.5mm jacks?
Is that USB port only the lights?
It's only for the lights. It doesn't have an amp-a-deck at all. Oh no. Tommy. Should I be mean to the people who have bought it?
No, it was probably their Nan at like Hudson's Bay Company or something.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I don't want you to feel bad if you have these, so take all of the crapping on them that I'm about to do as educational. I'm not bullying, it's education. Trying to teach you something. Look at this. This has the little holes as though the mic is here. Is the mic here or is the mic here? And they couldn't have the same color braided cables? Again, they're all different. What a cynical cash grab this whole thing is. I can't even type on this thing. Oh my God, I can't type on this thing. I thought it was me, but then it did it again. It inserted an O. Yeah, it's got the O in there again. No, get my hands this time. We've got screen cap. Okay, here we go. Okay, didn't do it. Oh my God, I can't, now I'm overthinking it. No, it is not inserting ghost characters. It's just really hard to type on. That sound though, what? Oh my God, look at this. The computer knows what's up. Why is that what people are Googling? These are already super warm on my ears because they're just using the cheapest possible PU fake leather, and they're already uncomfortable. Though, to their credit, they at least did put foam padding on the top, which a lot of even reasonably high-end headset manufacturers don't do for whatever reason. You gotta give credit to Crab Rave here. You have to be a truly great, catchy song to sound good on these. The mids are basically non-existent, blended in with the bass, which somehow manages to both overpower everything and yet be inadequate. And as for the highs, I think they're in there somewhere. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a great time. Oh, these sound like shit. They are so bad. I swear to you, everything sounds the same. Gunshot, fireball firing, fireball hitting. It just all sounds the same. The mouse is definitely the least crap part of it, but that's not much of a bar. You know, I'm on the record saying that if given the choice, I'll take a good mouse and a crap keyboard versus the other way around. But this experience taught me that there really is still a minimum bar that you have to reach, and this doesn't reach it. I'm also on the record recently saying there's no such thing as a bad product, only a bad price. But I think Tommy has proven me wrong. You can have both a bad price and a bad product. The mouse is only okay in a vacuum. And like any product, the Tommy Hilfiger gaming set does not exist in a vacuum. This is what we were able to put together for the same total price. A keyboard mouse headset combo from brands you've heard of. Yes, we did get some of these items on sale, but not mega Black Friday sale or anything like that. Like, you could easily reproduce our results here. Let's compare, shall we? You know what? Hold on a second. First, I saw Alex walk in with something intriguing. This is a keyboard that was included with some Lenovo pre-built. I would imagine the bill of materials cost for this to be under $10.
You can normally add those for like $5 in the config.
I would like to know how it compares. Oh, do I have to put these back on? Okay. I would take this any day of the week. This is what it would take to convince me that this is a gaming keyboard. Nice low profile keys, nice short travel, consistent feel from one to the next. This is spectacularly awful. Now let's compare it to something price equivalent. First up, we've got the Logitech G305 featuring their Hero sensor and Lightspeed wireless dongle. That's right, my friends, lower than wired latency and the convenience of just popping in a new AA battery anytime the absolutely incredible battery life runs out on you. It has one fewer button, but it uses that one button much better. You can reprogram it, and it just cycles through the DPIs instead of going up or down. So it has functionally exactly the same function. I can already tell, not even gonna be close. Low profile chassis, 4 onboard cam powered reprogrammable switches, standard bottom row design with MX compatible hot swappable sockets, Gateron red linear key switches, and yeah, there's a little bit of flex, okay? This isn't a top of the line keyboard, but my goodness, is that ever a lot better. Detachable cable, includes a key switch puller, and look at that. Oh, is this magnetic? If it's magnetic, I'm gonna be really impressed. Really nice magnetic wrist rest? Where's my wrist rest, Tommy? Lots of different creature comforts here. We've got 2 different heights for the back feet. Nice sounding little volume wheel. USB-C detachable cable. Real RGB. The thing about RGB, you don't have to be into RGB, that's fine. You can just set it to white and forget about it. Not on the Tommy Hilfiger. It's RGB or it's nothing. It's grope around in the dark and find your keys. Oh, sorry, Mom. Didn't mean to send that to you. And finally, we've got the SteelSeries Arctis Nova. I haven't touched a SteelSeries headset in just about forever. It can go USB-C to C, USB-C to 3.5 mil, or USB-C to extension to A. Pop-out boom mic. Love to see it. Not always hanging around in your face. Got mute button, on-ear cup volume control, and a lighting button. The lighting can turn off. No padding on the top. We'll see how this elastic fares. I mean, the bar they had to reach was so low though. Ooh, that is some nice looking foam there, SteelSeries. Ooh, those ear cups. All right, here. I gotta get you the comparison shot, Brandon. Boing, boing, boing. Okay, then we got this one.
One thing that's probably important to mention here too is like your ears are not parallel, and that one you can move the cups like this.
Oh yeah, this has like no adjustment whatsoever. Whereas like, yeah, that's not good. Oh, look at that. We've actually got high-end frequency response. Like I might be able to hear where footsteps are coming from. What a concept. I have never appreciated a proper gaming keyboard this much. To be clear, this is not the world's best gaming keyboard or anything like that, but boy, is it ever better. Oh, we're in like a puzzle part.
That's fine, you've probably done enough.
Also better noise isolation. In summary, our comparison set is not even close. Gear won't make you a better gamer, but at least it shouldn't actively inhibit you from being a better gamer. Do I get to take them apart now?
Not yet. We have a couple of tests to do.
Okay.
The first, it says the cord is 1.5 meters on the box for the mouse.
I mean, the length didn't bother me, but did they really try to cheap out on that little bit of copper? Oh, that's not 1.5 meters. I don't need a tape measure to tell you that. Maybe if we go right from the very end of the plug, just to be as charitable as possible here, that is 140 centimeters. They're 10 centimeters short. That's what I always tell my mom.
Do you want us to have a look at this little data sheet here?
Oh, wow. You found a data sheet for the mouse. Is that because on the manufacturer's website, they just have this OEM mouse?
No, we took it apart and found the sensor and got it from there.
Oh, excellent.
But just note, this is what it says the DPI is here.
1200 to 3200.
Yeah.
Oh, 800, 1200, 1600, and 2000. Well, that explains the very narrow range that I picked up on. I was like, is this changing or is this not changing? That's a completely different numbers.
Do you know what the best part is?
What?
We measured it. Those numbers are also wrong. It's 600, 900, 1200, and 1500.
Did you read this?
No.
They describe a breathing light mode as 4-color circulatory discolored respiratory function. That sounds like a disease, not a feature. What's that?
It's a slide test.
Oh, all right, slide test time. Where did you download this from? The backlight is supposed to, wait, backlight breathing. Is this plugged in? It's supposed to indicate what the CPI is set to. Nope, guess that was overridden. So we're gonna do a slide test. It even gets the extra benefit of it. Oh, see you later. Oh, well, here, hold on. No, let's give it every possible advantage, okay?
I'll hold this up like that.
Yeah. I mean, we wanna be charitable. Yeah, mouse, but, oh, you stay. Good boy. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of drag. And this is the one I even said wasn't that bad.
Okay, watch this.
Holy crap, it completely loses tracking if you try to do a flick shot.
So that means that you are going faster than this sensor can figure out. We'll show you what happens on this. Wow, we spun. You can actually control that. It's just working. Do you want to know the absolute best thing about this mouse?
The RGB?
No, so yeah, the input latency of a click on this mouse is on average 5 milliseconds, at most 6.1. What do you think it is for that?
Oh, I don't know. Obviously it's gonna be worse. I'll say 10 milliseconds. Hold on, give me a sec here. It's not like 20, is it?
30 on average, 45 at the most.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be able to detect it on a display. You give me something with like 30 additional milliseconds of latency, but I can't see it here. That's really bad. That's 2 entire frames of additional latency from your input. I want to take apart the mouse. I want to take things apart. I want to know what's going on with this weight plate in the bottom.
You could like unplug it first.
No, it's fine. What's the worst that can happen? The plate appears to be entirely cosmetic and a little rusty. Oh no! Remember I was saying it was heavy? They did it on purpose. They're actually, they pulled a 90s power supply trick here. They just put a big hunk of metal in the back of the mouse. What the heck are they doing, bud? It's way lighter. How much does this thing weigh? Did we measure it?
18 grams.
18 grams! Are you guys out of your minds? And look at this PCB. Is this a modern gaming mouse or is this a frickin' science fair project from 1985? Oh my God. Is this hand built? Holy shit, I think it is. They're not surface mounting devices. These resistors are through hole mounted. This is like literally like you could build. Well, there's another lie. It says instant right on the controller chip there. No. That's why the side buttons feel so mushy. There's no 90-degree mounted PCB. They're not pressing directly on anything. They just slide into place above these switches that are actually pressed this way. Press the button like that, okay?
Slides through.
Yeah, and it goes like that, and then it just like slides onto it. Wow, neat.
Well, do you want the final bit of testing that we did for that mouse?
Sure.
There's 2 things that you want to test for a mouse: precision and accuracy. Accuracy is kind of like 800 DPI, you want to get like 800 dots in an inch. G305 is fine for that. It's like 2.4% off, which is like not ideal, but the precision is really good. You can do the same thing and it's within 0.1% every single time.
What you mean to say is it's 2.4% off every time.
Yes.
Okay.
This is, oh God. The accuracy is terrible, 2.7 or up to 3.3 off, but the variance at best is 2% and at worst is 4. So doing the same movement a bunch of times is gonna be different every single time you do it.
But at least it's instant. It's so cool having a labs team to like test all this stuff for us. Because if all you're gonna do is drop into Doom Eternal and click a few heads, like you could pull it off. But if you wanna actually get good and do aim training or something like that, this is going to prevent you from being able to do that. See you later, Tommy. Nice knowing you.
So you see how right there it says advanced anti-ghosting with an infinity symbol beside that?
What happens if I actually press 3 keys at once?
So 27, 30, 32.
It works.
Yeah, you have many more fingers, or many less fingers than that.
Let's go again. Oh my God, 3? That's it. Oh, unless you're on a different part of the matrix. Oh no. Okay, spacebar is separate. Oh, okay, so it can handle 3 per zone, it looks like. And where are my zones? Oh no, spacebar is in the same zone as JKL. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, if I let go of D, can I hit the spacebar? Oh, interesting. Is it hitting anything? Up to a total of 6 maximum at once. So even if I wanted to play Liero, okay, with my son, which is a 2-player game where you each use one side of the keyboard, this would not work. That is a game from like 1997. And keyboards back then could handle it just fine.
Latency is also terrible, 30 milliseconds.
Show me your secrets. Cover plate, diffusion plate. Oh wow, so it's a diffusion plate, but it's also like the switch holder plate. And then obviously this is as advertised. It's a membrane style keyboard, okay? And once again, the PCB looks like it came out of something from the 80s. I love that they put that like anti-reverse engineering schmoo on the controller chip. Nobody wants to reverse engineer this keyboard, guys. You're taking yourselves too seriously. There's your RGB zones. Edge lit, 2 blue LEDs, 3 red and 2 green. It's really cool seeing the way the light interacts to form the different colors in this diffusion sheet though. Was there anything else you wanted to say about the keyboard?
Nope.
Before it goes to the keyboard bin in the sky? Goodbye, keyboard.
Finally, headset. So this is the Arctic Nova 3, so you can see like little bit extra mid bass. That kind of gets your like gunshots and stuff, really nice. Kind of a strange dip at 5K.
So maybe not that, oh.
There it is compared to the Tommy.
At least my trained ear nailed the headset. Just basically poo-poo across the board.
Yeah, so bass, not too bad. After about 1K, so like when you're in your mids where like people might be talking or where there are like feet or gunshots or like kind of anything, it just
Yep. I'm not even gonna bother trying to find where the screws are.
Yeah, Sam, our audio engineer, actually asked us to take a look at the drivers and see if in production they forgot to take off the plastic that's protective, because it's so bad he thinks it might be just manufactured wrong.
Well, we'll find out. There's the RGB lighting. These are dead now. Okay, sure. The material is just that cheap. Tommy, you done goofed. Surely they can't generally be this bad.
I don't think so.
Yeah, nothing can be this bad. Except this segue to our sponsor.
Vessi! Do you ever struggle figuring out what to wear in unpredictable weather? I did, until I started wearing Vessi. Vessi says that their shoes are 100% waterproof, keeping your feet dry in the wettest of weather. Their lightweight and easy to pack sneakers offer you reassurance when the snow and rain start coming down. Putting them on and taking them off is super easy, and their shoes are made from cruelty-free products right down to the glue. Whether it's a rainy city or a rocky trail, the herringbone tread design is there to help stop you from slipping around. So treat your feet with Vessi footwear and save $25 with our offer code LinusTechTips at vessi.com/LinusTechTips.
If you guys enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy the one we did on the AliExpress mystery gaming laptop that unironically had a much better keyboard than this for $400.